Why does this painting still feel alive after 500 years? Why do millions of people wait just to see one silent portrait? There are more colourful paintings, more dramatic scenes and louder compositions. And yet, this quiet image continues to dominate conversations about art. It does not shout for attention. It does not rely on spectacle. So what exactly are we responding to? What makes this face different from all the others? The answer is not obvious at first glance, because the power of this painting is not in what it shows, but in what it refuses to fully reveal. At first glance, the portrait seems simple. A seated woman with folded hands and a calm posture. Nothing extreme or exaggerated. The colours are soft, the pose is controlled, the composition is balanced. There is no dramatic movement, no intense emotion bursting outward. Everything feels restrained, but the longer you look, the harder it becomes to look away. That is where the mystery begins. Her smile is not fully defined. It is not clearly joyful. It is not clearly sad. It exists somewhere in between emotions, balanced and controlled, uncertain but intentional. When you focus directly on her lips, the smile seems subtle and faint, almost neutral. But when you shift your gaze upward, the smile appears slightly stronger. Your perception changes the expression. Now look at her eyes. They are calm but focused, soft but aware. They seem to follow you as you move, not aggressively, but persistently. This creates an unusual experience. You are not only observing the painting, you feel observed in return. That quiet exchange is what gives the portrait its sense of life. The realism comes from careful blending, light transitions gently into shadow. There are no harsh outlines. Edges dissolve softly. Contours feel natural. Nothing appears flat. Shadows around the eyes and mouth create depth and dimension. They prevent the face from becoming static. This subtle layering of tones creates movement without motion, stillness without stiffness. Behind her is a distant landscape, winding paths and uneven mountains, a world that feels almost unreal. The background does not overpower her, it quietly supports the figure. It adds depth without distraction. Foreground and background contrast gently. She is stable. The world behind her feels vast. This balance creates tension. Calm in front, mystery behind. Perhaps the most powerful part is not technical at all. It is psychological. The painting does not tell you what to feel. It leaves space for interpretation. It leaves room for projection. If you are calm, she appears peaceful. If you are unsettled, she appears serious. The painting remains unchanged, but your interpretation shifts. That is why it feels alive. Maybe the secret is not hidden in the paint. Maybe it is hidden in human perception, in the way we search for answers. In a world that demands clarity, this portrait offers ambiguity. And ambiguity is powerful. It does not over-explain. It does not exaggerate emotion. It simply exists. And after more than 5 centuries, we are still looking, still questioning, and still responding. If you enjoy thoughtful explorations of classical art explained simply, this is just the beginning. Welcome to Storicks, where timeless paintings become modern conversations. Which masterpiece should we explore next?